All right, hello. Happy Wednesday. This is your second to last math assignment for the week, so that's exciting. And it's something that I think is really fun to do. It's graphing. So, yesterday, if you did the assignment from yesterday, you were able to plot points on that Google drawing on the coordinate plane. So, let's just review really quick. This is the x-axis, and as you can see, there's a little tiny x next to it, and this is the y-axis. So when we're plotting points, we always plot our x first, or find where we are on the x-axis, and then find the y-axis point. So we're going to talk about, this is called an ordered pair, and sometimes you'll see them put in parentheses, like 1, comma, 2. This is the same as what you were plotting yesterday, but they are in a table format instead of just in the parentheses. So the next ordered pair would be, would be 2, comma 4, and so on and so forth. And remember, this is my x, and then this is my y. So if we're looking at this example here, it's saying that x is found at 1 on the x-axis, and then my y is 2. So 1, 2. So that was where the first dot is. This now says I'm on 2 all the way up to 4 on the y-axis. This is 3, comma 6, and this one would be 4, comma 8. So those points were already plotted, but I just wanted to explain that a little bit. So I'm going to explain what your assignment is. Today, you're mostly just going to be showing me what you know on iExcel. It's easier for me to just look on iExcel and see the problems that you're answering and seeing what you're getting correct. So after you finish watching this video, I'm going to show you how the iExcel skills work. Then you can go ahead and get to work on them. I will be checking later on today to see who's completed those skills. There are 2 of them, but I think they're fairly easy. So once you get the hang of it, you should be able to finish it quite quickly. Remember, you only have to get to that SMART score of 70. If you are doing a packet, please just do as much of the problems as you can in the packet. You are also welcome to work on these iExcel skills I'm about to go over, because I still am giving out prizes for students who are working on iExcel. All right, so going forward here, so you will go, and there are 2 assignments. You've got U.2, which is graphing points on the coordinate plane. Remember, this is what a coordinate plane is. It's just this box with all the graphing and the x and y axis. That's called a coordinate plane. So if I go to my level G math, that is important to make sure in your level G, because that's our 5th grade math. I've also starred them, so they'll show up on your recommendations wall as well. So if you want to access it that way, you can. But personally, we've always done to navigate this way. So U at dot 2, graph points on the coordinate plane. So I'm going to click on that just to kind of walk you through what the skill asks you to do. All right, so it's just telling you to graph some points. So graph point 3, 3 on the coordinate plane. So remember, this is my x and this is my y. So on the x-axis is the bottom. I'm going to go 3 all the way up to 3 on the top. I've graphed 3, 3, so I'm going to push submit. Boom, pretty easy. The next one is graph the point 9, 2. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the x-axis, and up 1, 2 on the y. Let's see if I was correct. Awesome. As you can see, this isn't too bad. Let's try to do 6, comma 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 was my x, 5 was my y. 6 on the x-axis, 5 up. Remember, x is across, y is up. 6, comma 2. Another way to remember this is, for me, x comes before y because it goes x, y, z. So I always graph my x first before I graph my y. 6, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then up 2. 1, 2. So I graphed my x before I graphed my y. So boom, pretty easy. I'm not too worried about you guys figuring out how to do that. Okay. So the next Excel skill I'd like you to do if you get to a SMART score 70 on that one is to do graph points from a table, and it's right underneath U.2. It doesn't have a number in front of it, but it says new and it has that bullet point. It's also starred in your recommendations. I'm going to click on that. All right, so this is a little bit more tricky because I have multiple data points. I have 1, 4, 2, 6, 3, 8, and 4, 10. The first column or the top column is always going to be my X, and the bottom is going to be my Y. So using that information, I'm going to just graph it like I did before. I'm going to do 1 on my X and 4 on my Y for this first point. So 1, 4 has now been graphed. So I'm going to go ahead and just cross that out. Now this is going to be 2, 6. I'm going to click on that now. All right, so I've got 2 on my X and 6 on my Y. So I'm going to go across 2 on the X. Remember, X before Y. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've now plotted. I'm halfway through this here. I'm going to do this whole problem with you. Now this one, this ordered pair would be 3, 8. So 3 would be my X, 8 would be my Y. And using that information, I go 3 and then all the way up to 8. And then the last one is 4, 10. So I would go across 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up to 10. Let's see how I did. And I got it correct. So using that, remember the top row is your X and then the bottom is your Y. So you will plot all the points in the table before you push submit. So that would be 4 dots. Okay, so remember X goes across. This is your X, this is your Y. And it's kind of like you're plotting, I don't know, a map or something like that. It's kind of fun. I like graphing. So if you have any questions about this, this is something I really like to do. So I have no problem working with you on this at all. So good luck, and let me know if you have any questions.